Vin Diesel's intense Fast and Furious 11 promise is just what the franchise finale needs. Despite the fact that Fast and Furious 11 is being delayed until 2026, Vin Diesel has still boosted excitement for the film with a recent reveal about the movie's action which, if true, is sure to make the final installment shine. Back in 2001, the very first Fast and Furious film was released, giving just a glimpse at the awesome car chases, heists, and themes of family to come. But now, more than 20 years later, the beloved franchise is coming to an end, and with 10 movies behind it, Fast and Furious 11 needs to be especially iconic. Fast and Furious the 11th of May not be filming yet, but preparations for the movie are definitely already underway. In a recent Instagram post, Vin Diesel revealed that the cast has already begun practicing their car sequences for Fast and Furious 11. Diesel said, "Today, long before we start filming principal photography, we've got to work out so many logistics. I've got to practice to make sure that it's as safe as possible while simultaneously being as intense as possible, as intense as you all want it to be." It's Diesel's use of the word intense that says the most about the final installment. Fast and Furious 11's action needs to be more intense than spectacle. Because it's the last film in the franchise, it's no secret that Fast and Furious 11 needs to impress audiences. Over the last 20 years, the franchise has gotten bigger and better with every movie, with varying results. However, Fast and Furious 11 cannot flop, and luckily Vin Diesel seems to be on the right track. In order for the final installment to stand out from the rest, the movie's action sequences cannot just be big, they have to be intense. What this means is adding emotionality and meaning to every action scene so that it's not just visually stunning, but moving. Though this may seem like a vague difference, it'll truly help Fast and Furious 11 be the best of the Fast and Furious movies. Action scenes are incredibly common in Hollywood, and therefore, it's important to find ways to differentiate yourself. Though Fast and Furious could simply focus on bigger explosions, bigger crashes, and faster cars, that isn't necessarily the key to audiences' hearts. What will really stick with them and make them remember this movie is the meaning behind the car chases and fight sequences. As they watch, they should be thinking about what this is all for and how it's important. Fast and Furious 11's greater intensity can help the franchise deliver a proper ending. Having more intense action scenes like Vin Diesel said will not only help the movie as a whole, but will also benefit the film's ending. It is impossible to forget that Fast and Furious 11 is the last movie in the main series, and this makes it the most important. This is especially true considering that it took a very long time for the franchise to even end. For a time, audiences thought Fast X would be the last installment. Therefore, it's imperative that Fast and Furious 11 sticks the landing. Luckily, having memorable action scenes can make this dream a reality. Although action occurs throughout the Fast and Furious movies, the end of the film is where the best and most important action occurs. Characters are put through their toughest battles in the film's final act so that when it is all over, audiences feel satisfied that the Fast and Furious cast deserve to win. In this way, if Vin Diesel truly makes Fast and Furious 11's action scenes more intense, then the movie's ending will be unforgettable. By imbuing these action sequences with intensity, then audiences will be on the edge of their seats when the final battle finally comes. How Fast and Furious 11 can deliver on Vin Diesel's intense action promise. There are two aspects of Fast and Furious 11's action sequences that will help achieve perfect intensity. First, emotionality is everything. If the action is meaningless, then audiences will not care about it. Therefore, Diesel must ensure that each action sequence has a reason and stakes behind it. If viewers are worried about their characters and believe in the action itself, then they will never grow bored. On top of that, the action must be impressive. Though bigger is not necessarily better, if audiences are wowed by what they are seeing, this will also help make the movie better. Overall, Vin Diesel has a lot on his shoulders when it comes to Fast and Furious 11. This franchise has come a long way, and the ending is pivotal for a variety of reasons. However, based on his recent post, it seems that Diesel understands the cost and is on his way to making a great movie. If he can nail his action sequences, then Fast and Furious 11 will definitely have the chance to stick the ideal landing.